Thank you for the opportunity to be part of a wonderful, wonderful platform called the Global Speakers Platform. Listen, before I start, I want to give you and your staff your flowers. And I want to thank you for listening to your heart. I want to thank you for acting upon your vision. I want to ask you for listening to that thought, that small voice that God put inside of you that said, create a platform for speakers. Not just for speakers, but for entrepreneurs, for coaches, for teachers, for athletes, for artists, for anyone who has a story to get out to the world. My friend, you have created Global Speakers Platform, which will allow them a space to do just that. And you have literally robbed the cemetery of ideas. Miles Monroe said that the cemetery is the richest place in the world because visionaries, dreamers, goal setters, they failed to create, to implement the things that were put inside of them, that were assigned to them. And because they did not do that, those ideas, those dreams, they died with them. But you, my friend, has robbed the cemetery of all that goodness and created Global Speaker Platform, where everyone that has a voice, that everyone that wants to make an impact, that anyone that chooses to become a better speaker has a platform, has a stage to do just that. Listen, I read the other day that 65% of our communication is either a story or gossip. Now, it didn't say which one was more of the other, but think about that. 65% of our communication is either a story or gossip. It didn't say if it was barbershop gossip or nail salon gossip. It didn't say if it was shopping gossip or gym gossip. It just said that that is an amazing number. And that lets us know that communication through storytelling is alive, and that is the greatest way for an orator to get his word out. Listen, I love storytelling. And I put inside my group chat with a bunch of guys the other day, I said, listen, guys, who do you all think is the greatest hip hop storyteller? And I got one friend in the group that can play Jeopardy with the name of a tune. You play a little bit of a tune and he can tell you what it is. So I was really interested to hear what he had to say. And of course, they named Frankie Beverly Mays and all those. But then one guy said, Slick Rick the Ruler was the greatest storyteller ever. And I said, you know what? He was good. Another guy said Biggie. And I said, I said, yeah. Because Biggie had this one line that everybody remembers. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper, Heavy D up in the limousine. When you heard that rap, when you heard that lyric back in the day, it literally painted a picture for you with those people inside a limousine having a good time. Biggie was a great orator. But listen, so are you. And the Global Speakers Platform has something special for you. But it's going to require you to be authentic, to be transparent, and to be vulnerable. Because in order for your story to connect to people, you've got to take them somewhere within themselves that they cannot go by themselves. My mentor, Les Brown, taught me that. You see, your story is what's going to allow the audience to connect to you. And then once they're connected to you, then your content can change them. Your content can encourage them. Your content can inspire them. You see, I like to write on my blackboard when I'm writing my ideas out, of course, with a dry erase marker. And it has an eraser on the top of it. And we know the eraser when we're writing is for us to correct any mistake that we make. But I want to tell you something. In order for you to be a great storyteller and to connect with your audience, you have to see the things that you've gone through as an eraser. You see, God has put something inside of each one of us, and we are all built with an internal eraser, because our mistakes are not defining our future. Our mistakes are there to allow us to learn lessons for us to grow through. And as we share our lessons, as we communicate our lessons, as we are able to show others the great things that we have grown through, it gives them the power to go into a new season of their lives with power, because they are learning from your authenticity. You see, the things that I went through, I never knew that my story back then would be my glory. You see, when I was being released from the county jail with my third felony, I had no idea that at that point in my life, that part of my life, that season that seemed dim, that season that I didn't think had any hope, that season that I thought I was destroying myself, was going to be my glory for my story. You see, Jill Scott says that whatever you've gone through, you need to share it, because we all have a story. Now, your story may not be my story, but guess what? You don't own that story anymore. That story is now belongs to someone else to learn from you. So listen, when I was going through my phase and I was sitting on my porch, contemplating life with 3 felonies, knowing it's going to be forever hard to get a job, knowing it's going to be a very challenging moment to get a job, I said to myself, what am I going to do? As I sat back in that backyard with myself, my mom walked over to me and she said, it's going to be okay. And I'm like, but how? I mean, I got 3 felonies, Mom. How is it going to be okay? And at that moment, my then girlfriend, who became my wife later, walked down to my house and said, babe, guess what? We're pregnant. We're pregnant with our first child. And I just sit there and looked at her. I didn't know how to be excited. All I could think about was, what am I going to do now? How am I going to care for this kid? I can't even care for myself. And you all, that's when I realized my why. That's when I realized that I had something out there that was bigger than myself. That's when I realized that it was more to life than just me. And when she left, my girlfriend left the house, my mom said, listen, keep fighting. It's going to be okay. I believe in you. But what cannot happen is that little girl does not deserve to be raised behind bars with their father who's in jail. She don't deserve that. Do better. And some of us, we have a why. You have a reason why you want to be a speaker. You have a reason why your story is so strong. You have a reason why you know there's so much power inside of you that's ready to impact the world. And now we're going to give you a stage. You see, I didn't give up. I beat on every door, I knocked on every window, and I applied for every job because I knew I had to change my life. I had a why. And I never relied on any application. You know that part at the bottom where it says, have you ever been convicted of a felony? I always put yes, because I did not want to lie the rest of my life. I knew that if I had ever said no, I would always be running from the truth. And I didn't realize then what was happening in my life now. And some of you don't either. And that is the power of the Global Speakers Platform. We're going to show you how to put ideas on paper and then link them back to a story in your life where you have gone through something. And now you are ready to encourage, inspire others that may be in the same season as you was back then. You see, we're going to teach you never make a point without a story, and never tell a story without a point. We're going to teach you that at Global Speakers Platform. See, I can tell you so much more of my story, but I want you to sign up to learn more about my story. I can't wait to be with you all. I can't wait to share the stage with you all. I can't wait to give you what my mentor, Les Brown, has given me. I can't wait. I can't not wait. So sign up. Wherever the link is, wherever you miss a pussy at, sign up to be a member of the Global Speakers Platform. And let us help you make an impact to this world. You have something special in you. You have greatness in you, as my mentor would say. Let's act on it. Entrepreneur, speaker, teacher, coach, manager, business, allow us to help you with your story, because your story is your glory, and someone is waiting on you to tell your story. And then you got a stage. So join us.